But they don't want to read it.
Yeah, but why am I reading this?
Yeah.
So start with that. But all this other good is good summary background.
Mm.
And summary 1 page. Woo. No more than that. So you might have to whittle a bit of it down once you start with, this is why we need you to read this. And I'll have to go back and read that. I haven't read this bit yet. I just started with the summary. And did you read this bit?
Yes, I saw the note that, yep, the SMEC.
You happy with that?
Happy with that? Happy with that? There's also another highlighted note that I was hoping Lorinda would. The Duratec one? No, the Pit and Sherry one. I'm not sure if I am explaining it here. That's from memory.
I don't even know if you need to explain why.
Okay.
I would just say Pit and Sherry was offered to submit and chose to withdraw from the tender process.
Okay. Withdraw. Yeah, that's a better word. Withdraw.
I don't know if they gave us a really good reason, really.
No, Lorinda said they sent her an email and an explanation of why.
Oh, so, yeah, if you want to chase that up with Lorinda, that's fine. And if you don't, that's probably fine too. So, I'll leave that one with you.
Okay.
But yeah, withdraw is probably the word I'd go for.
Mm.
And then maybe I'll hang up and read from here.
Do you recall when the first EOI was closed? It was extended until the 20th of December, but the original closing date I couldn't find from the I'm searching from the asset management team meetings, but I just guessed December 1st. It doesn't matter anymore at this stage.
That's definitely a Lorinda question. My brain does not remember that type of detail, so I don't do that. I wouldn't remember. But she sent the email.
Yeah.
So she had it.
I saw an email where it was where it went live.
Oh, you did send me a message that I hadn't read. Still working. I haven't read this yet.
Oh yeah. I've done that. It's just additional bullet points within the. I just added that you did a site visit, and then this is where I found the closing date of the EOI, which was 20th of December.
Yep.
I think that I'm done. I'm done with everything. Oh no, you need to change the first part.
Yeah. Change first part. And then it's probably pretty much finished, I would say. Mm-hmm. Have you had a chance to look at AJ's?
I had a chance to look at that, yes. I'm not sure how to fix it yet.
Okay. To be fair, I haven't looked at this submission, but the first one he did, I talked through a few things with him, and I wasn't sure how to fix it either. But the four of us can work together and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a chance to look at it since then. But I'll look at this one, you look at that one, and have to think.
Okay,
but is that everything? Did you say you have to go?
No. I don't have to go. I just need to fix the first part. So can we repeat it again? So we want the first part to be addressed to the board.
I think this is probably to the CEO.
To the CEO, yes. Okay.
Yeah. So Jared's paper is to the board. But to me, this paper is to the CEO once. So in a perfect world, we'd get approval from the board to spend the money. Because the board should not have any say on who we use. That's too much detail.
Right.
So the board would say, yes, we approve this capital, and then the CEO would either endorse or choose not to our recommendation to use Becca. And so yeah, address it to the CEO. Probably from Jared, I suppose. Or it's either, well, we'll have to ask. Don't get too worried about it. We'll ask Jared.
Okay.
But it's either to the CEO from Jared or Scott, or it's to Scott from Jared or me.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just ask Jared in our meeting. I said, before we go ahead with this one, help us to, who goes on the to line and the from line on this memo. All right, so the summary is, so you start with what you want. So we're writing to request your consideration, probably.
Mm-hmm.
We would like you to consider our recommendation, or we're seeking approval. There we go. We're seeking approval to proceed with this project, whatever it's calling it, asset condition, with recommendation by the panel to award the contract to Becca.
Mm-hmm.
So start with that. I think anything really, what's the most important thing? Cost, who it is, what we're doing. So, and that might be all they need to read, frankly. Oh yeah, no, I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Done.
So
And
what
then,
we're doing is the scope of works here. No.
I wouldn't call it scope of works. We're just asking. All we're asking for is them to award it to Becca.
Mm-hmm.
So the business case should be the scope of works.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're kind of doing everything at once, in which I suppose does make it a bit convoluted. But we shouldn't need the board paper, but we're doing the board paper because we missed our opportunity to do it a few months ago. And we're doing a special board paper, even though, because Jared chose to, because he wants, and there's nothing wrong with it. Jared wants to be as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
So I think Rod, yeah. Anyway, so we're doing board paper to ask permission to spend the money. We're doing the business case to detail the project and to get approval to allocate that money to this project.
Mm-hmm.
And the only purpose of this memo is to award the contract to Becca.
Yeah.
Does that provide a bit more
Yes.
clarity?
Mm-hmm.
But it's good to, there's nothing wrong with the summary that you've done, because then that saves somebody from having to go look at the business case. But you also don't need to reproduce the business case.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm particularly comfortable with the business case being in Excel. To me, a business case should be a report.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll fix that. So there's definitely some things like the finances.
Yeah.
Project costs should be calculated in Excel, but to me, the business case is a report, so it should be done in Word. As much as it hurts me to say that. maybe we should all do a Word. I've never done it with a whole team, but if our whole team did some training in Word, I bet we could operate better You know, like, so for instance, have you ever used these styles? Yeah, they're really handy. So you can change the heading. So that's heading 1. So anytime you want another heading, I'll undo this. You just click on heading 1, and then it does that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll undo those two. But then what you can do is, if you're like, oh, I don't like the formatting of this heading. Well, you go into the heading and change the formatting of the heading, and everything that's got a heading style, it automatically updates. It also, you can use that to do a table of contents.
Yeah.
If you do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know a lot. I have a lot of limitation with Word, and which is interesting because like Excel, I never took a course on Excel. I just learned it.
Yeah,
I got a problem. I think it's just how the engineer's mind works. I got a problem. How do I solve it? I solved this problem, and I learned how to use Excel better.
Yeah.
Where Word is.
Word is too wordy.
What?
Word is too wordy.
Yeah, Word is wordy. Yeah. Word is not Excel. But anyway, I'll think about that. Maybe we'll see what we can do. Particularly if we did it all together. Because there has been times that I've tried to educate myself, but then when everybody's using it differently, it gets frustrating because, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Word can be very frustrating.
Yeah, like moving this thing.
Yeah, you want to move something. Yep.
I tried to move this table. Tried to move this table. Oh gosh, and tables and Word drive me crazy because I can never get them to do what I want them to. All right, I only got 5 minutes now.
Okay, I'll change the summary and do how you described it.
Do we need to call it an executive summary? It's a memo, so it's probably no. How big is this? 15 pages.
I said I tried to be minimalist, but I don't think it worked.
It's all right. I don't mind how long things are, as long as we have a good executive summary.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's assume Ron's going to read the executive summary and nothing else.
The appendix is, I think.
Make sure that one first page is bulletproof, and then it's good to have all that background in case anybody wants to look at it.
Yeah, and it shows how much work we've done in reviewing the proposals.
It does. It definitely demonstrates due diligence. No, nobody can argue that we did not do that. But that's really good because.
And it's a $3 million contract. We need to show we're picking the right candidate.
Ray Miller, not Millet.
Oh, right.